Hello, renegades. How the fuck are you? I hope you're doing marvelously well. Tonight, I forgot. The time in Detroit was 10:38, 10:38, 38, 55. There you go. There's a number. 10:38:55. And that was confirmed by 22 seconds into this thing in case you're are chasing the grid or reconstructing the grid on like my team, and we're supposed to be get together. I mean, you guys got to do whatever you got to do with those numbers, but you guys already know what to do with the numbers. But tonight, for everybody that's tuning in, is really twin flame telepathy and birthday sex. And today was my birthday, and I've been talking in the past several 5 or 6 videos about how I'm connected with my twin flame telepathically, and how this system is now back online on Earth. And today, I tell the story of my wife moving out kind of abruptly, but we're still really good friends, and just different energy. And what's happened with COVID has been lockdown after lockdown after lockdown kind of thing. And so we haven't seen each other, I think, since before Christmas. But she wanted to come over and buy me dinner. She bought me a really amazing present that I'm going to be talking about. And I had incredible birthday sex. So that's why it's called Twin Flame Telepathy and Birthday Sex. And it's an advanced topic. It's really targeted toward advanced spiritual beings, creator gods that have to find their twin flames. Like right now, like the time is critical. If you're a creator god, we're trying to get the system of Earth kind of like rebooted, restarted. Anybody in the Renegade of Light in this division, um, is trying to rebuild something so that we can secure the system and get back to just having a balanced life and living energetically in these other dimensions, which is the way that Earth was designed to begin with. So I'm learning as I'm going along, because some of the lessons that I learned today on my birthday, and the fact that I keep saying, "Oh, I'm connected to my twin flame," and so where's my twin flame at? And should I be feeling guilty because I've experienced this, or I'm spending time with somebody that does not represent my twin flame, right? And so some of us get into a conundrum with that, but there's nothing wrong with us making each other feel better. But what I'm about to go into with the twin flame telepathy, and this is why I say that this is really more of an advanced class, is because you're absolutely batshit crazy, to think that you're connected to your twin flame, and your twin flame is out there someplace in the world. But I just want to caution you, number one, we get caught up in thinking that twin flame energy is actually somebody out there in the world, where right now it's not. It's energy. It's your twin flame energy. And it's really kind of like, what if you stumble and you get off your path? What's your twin flame going to do? So we have the same twin flames, but it could jump. So the my twin flame, like I know absolutely, like kind of like who she is, and what her dreams are. Her dreams are just as big as mine. That we've worked together, and I said in another video that our togetherness is ancient, it goes off the planet. And when you start talking like that, it really, it will really, it freaks you out if you're sane, and it freaks out the people around you. So tonight, we really spent a lot of time, and I will also do this because I refer to my twin flame, and there may be even a point in time I may start talking in third person, and we're kicking around ideas and spending time kind of getting used to each other's energy. And if you're a creator God, you absolutely need this energy to kind of balance you out so that your vision for yourself can complete. And what happened today was just absolutely amazing, not just with synchronicity, but how much I learned about my twin flame and how much she learned about me. And my twin flame energy at the time was with my wife that had moved out, that came and saw me today on my birthday. So my twin flame energy is going like, I don't want you to be alone. I want you to have an amazing birthday. I want to prove some stuff to you that I'm thinking about, and we need to share this with anybody that'll listen. If you're in the Galactic Federation of Light, and you hear this on every channel, you're supposed to be the way sure, you're supposed to be the way sure, you're supposed to show other people how to do this, and this is why I'm talking. And why actually my twin flame thinks it's really important that we talk about this like right now, especially if you're a creator God, because this is a critical time and you hear this through all over the place. And this is that 9th and 12th. I mean, I guess I really didn't understand even myself what the 9th and 12th dimension meant in relationship to if you want to say a classification, but everybody down here is a creator God, but everybody's at different levels, everybody's experiencing different dimensions, not everybody is up in the levels that I'm talking about, that could even have a union that's as old as my twin flame. But whoever's sharing my space at that time, the way energetically this works, could be your twin flame. So one of the things that I learned several years ago was that you can have cosmic sex just by sending incredible amounts of love through your entire body. And for me, it's out my you know what, and I could literally think, I love you, I love you, oh, I love you so much, and think about that other person. And I could have her dancing across the ceilings. It was the most incredible stuff that is sex that I ever had, because I was into ministering to her and she was into ministering to me, and in some very groovy ways, and so today was one of those days where it's like, Jesus, my birthday, you moved out, I'm kind of sad, but I know I'm moving on. I've been popping with the videos and stuff like that, and I've been talking about twin flame telepathy basically for like the last 4 videos, is twin flame this and twin flame that. So I was just basically asking a question like, why do I got to talk about twin flames all the time? Is like, she needs your energy to create too, just like you need her energy to balance you out so that you can stay on your mission, and you can have access to what, this is really the crux. It just sent chills down my spine, but so that I can have access to her Akashic tables as well, and everything that we've created together over all these millions of years, right? So she's online, I'm online. I know she's online. Now, telepathy is different than your connection to the 9th and 12th dimension when you're talking about going to Galactic Council or whatever subcommittee that you're on. I'm starting to see now that, like the 9th, if you're in that, I mean, there's committees, there's specialized projects, there's, I don't know where you fit in up there. It's gigantic, and I do know that it's really the collective now. Even the dark is working on the team, seriously, because they're sick of the stuff down here too. We should be living in our Earth, and it's been, like I said, this war has been going on since man had consciousness. I mean, it goes back that far. So this is some really advanced, nutty stuff. The other thing that I want to mention is when you're doing this, you're actually practicing speaking things into existence. So every part of your intention, your being, you're connected. And if you're connected, to your twin flame, one, she doesn't know everything about you, or he doesn't know everything about you. You're able to release information, and if you come on like I did, it was just basically a download, or just knowing how much stuff is actually in our history. Like I get shown, like, what's the use if I know everything about my twin flame? But she can't read all of that. But what I can tell you is that in communing with this kind of energy in 3D, you have to be like really careful, because you truly are just communicating with energy at this point. So your twin flame literally could be anybody on the planet, and when your vibration and that twin flame's vibration gets to a certain point, then it's kismet and comes over. But who knows what it is? You've got a million different paths you can take. You've got a million different choices you can make. And so how the hell are you going to say, well, that's that person over there? You don't know. And that's the real, like, hardcore science behind the mechanism of telepathy with your twin flame, is that in an advanced spiritual being, it's not assigned to any one person at this point in time. Your energy working together, and yes, you've created throughout time, history, space. Maybe it's ancient, maybe it's new, maybe it's just coming together for the first time, but it literally is anybody in the population that has those frequencies when you come together, and when you guys decide that you're going to come together. Okay, so that's even. So you have to realize that. You can't say that, oh, I'm in love with that spiritual teacher over here, or you're going out of your mind because this person has rejected you. One, there is no rejection with your twin flame when you get there anyway. So, you got to lose that. But it's energy. It's not other people. And that's really great in a lot of different ways. And one of the great ways about that is that birthday sex can be fantastic, right? I mean, because if you're in tune with trying to raise who you're with, you ever heard that thing, love the one you're with and love everything about the one that you're with? So, for example, today, I knew my wife was coming over, so I turned up the heat like at 2 degrees, and it's funny. My twin flame coming into my mind is like, yeah, you prep the house, make it nice, and so we started having this banter back and forth about, well, I don't want to be having sex with somebody thinking about my twin flame, And she's like, that is the most gross thing I've ever heard in my life. That isn't the way it works, right? So now she's taking me to school. And the way that, and this is before my wife came over, so this is a beautiful part of the story, right? Is the way that it works is I'm supposed to be attentive to the one that I'm with. And that what I found out, I call it my cosmic penis. But, by channeling light and love energy into different things, and wanting to be held and exchanging those kind of beautiful frequencies, it's not that I'm marrying this person, but I'm raising everything about this. It's a beautiful release of energy, and it's really good. And so by me taking care of my wife, I'm taking care of my twin flame energy, okay? Because what if that was my twin flame? Wouldn't you want to be, you take your time and, rock your world and do all that other stuff? Yes, I mean, you would. So, how do you know if the person that you're with isn't your twin flame? You don't know. Remember, this is energy, and once the energy gets to a certain level, then it collapses, and you guys are together in the physical, and you start manifesting. But where we're at right now, you're manifesting before you ever get together. And if you're with somebody and you're kind of rocky, I mean, you don't know what'll happen. You could have a dramatic energy change in an instant. And the cool thing is, you guys been manifesting all along. So that's the twin flame energy. They see, I would hate to be with somebody and all they're thinking about is somebody else, right? And then you're thinking of your twin flame because you're connected telepathically to your twin flame, but in this dimension it's just energy. And if you're following right, I know a lot about my twin flame. I learned today. I kind of know what she looks like, but I don't. Um, and I'll start talking because I'm hearing her in my head. And what I mean by hearing her in my head is that I know that I'm me at all times, right? Whatever's coming into me isn't telling me what to do. Okay, and I'm not dissolving into a hallucination, which you could easily do getting into these dimensions and this level of operation with the telepathy. The other thing about the telepathy is you really have to be tuned because it is a super high secure network. Okay, that is air penetrable. You can't get through it because it's related to your sonic signature, your DNA, your resonance, everything about you that is just, I've said in other videos, so sacred that you can't get in there. Okay, and they don't want you to know about it. This is what they're using to control humanity right now. It's basically that system. All you gotta do is go to a porn site. It's just porn, right? So they're playing with all of that. So my twin flame was going like, you got to start talking about this, and I want to do something. I'm like, well, what do you want to do, right? And she's like, I want to start a show, and then when I get there, it's gonna be a big show, and you're gonna start talking about details about me, and then I'm gonna start talking about like details about you, and then when we get together, we're gonna have like a really big show. And I'm like, that's like really out there. I mean, people are gonna be thinking I'm talking to voices in my head, and she's like, you are, and you're designed that way. But you don't go walking around in public talking to your twin flame. I mean, there's things that you do in private. The other thing is that my twin flame isn't on like all the time. She's definitely with me right now, but she's definitely not with me all the time. I can feel when she's tired. She can feel when I'm tired. We've had a pretty emotional day together, and we both feel like we need to be way shoreless, and even though I'm a renegade, and I'm gonna be definitely be like barking a whole bunch of mission stuff and whatever I can do to help people connect with their energy and really tune into this. So, but as you're speaking and developing this relationship with your twin flame, everything about your intentions, your emotions, and you're literally, now you are like masterfully creating this manifestation, your twin flame that's going to be able to come into your life. Now, you can't be like down in the 2D and praying and hoping and communicating with somebody that's in 6D, or up there with me and my old lady up there, and the things, you can't, you got to do the work. Energetically, you guys are the yin and the yang. You're balancing out the light and the dark within you. It's just an incredible will. So, if you're not quite tuned in to yourself, really, in understanding these properties, which are really getting finite, they're coming back on. Okay, you are going to get in a bunch of trouble with this, just a bunch of trouble. I don't go around saying listen, we're going to have a show that's going to be a half hour. Me and my twin flame are going to get up in the morning. We're going to have some coffee. We're going to discuss some things, and we're going to turn on the camera. We're going to go for a half hour, and that's it. To be way showers so that you can get your own groove going with your twin flame. And you have to remember that you're working in energy. You're not working in the physical with this. So my twin flame energy, as I'm having great birthday sex, literally all of that energy, I'm making my wife feel great, and I feel great. Literally wore my ass out today, okay? And it was both ways. It was wonderful, and that was us in that moment. And that energy joins us. No different than being like the Holy Ghost or whatever, except this one is tuned specifically to you, and this is your other half, or your yin and yang, or however you've split it up. There's all sorts of unions that aren't exactly 50-50, you know, but I ain't got nothing to say about that. So what ends up happening is, so we settle this, and she's teaching me, right? She's like, no, you make it a wonderful experience for her. And by, you know, showing love to her, you're raising your vibration, you're raising my vibration. I get the emotional impacts of that. I get to feel that, but not in like a perverted way. It's in an energetic way. And just like, and I feel the same way. And I felt this way since I really started finding out a little bit more about the twin flame properties. And I mentioned in another video that I used to tone for hours on a day in a tile bathroom with twin flame candles, and I did a whole bunch of work to get in that. So it's really cool that I'm on right now, and my twin flame did the same kind of work, so she's on right now too. So, and she will, as long as we stay kind of in the same vibrational evolution or learning, and we're constantly striving and learning. That was 11 o'clock and 33 seconds check in for anybody. But as long as we stay in that frequency, then ultimately, you know, we will come together, and it will be who we think we are. So I know with my one of the ways that we had decided to demonstrate the power of this telepathy in your twin flame was full disclosure. And what I mean by full disclosure, I'm literally be like, you know, well, you know, I refer to my twin flame as she, because that's what it would be. And she's this, she's that. This is what she's thinking. And we're going to be talking, and she's going to be chiming in and saying like, no, you're a guy, you know, you don't know fuck all about this. And I do know that she's a feminist, big time feminist, in the star class. Okay. And I don't know if she's made it or not. You want me to get into this now, babe? Yeah. Okay. She's like, stop droning and get into the details. You're not going to stay on all freaking night like your other 2-hour videos. Okay. We understand that it's energy, right? We're not talking about a specific person. That isn't the way that it works right now. But she can't read my mind, but I release, I let go, and I surrender. So in the last week, 2 weeks, Jimi Hendrix, this is a pillow that my mom made that stays in my living room. I moved and sold the Ancestry house, and my real estate agent bought that for me. Back when I owned a alignment shop, one of my customers made that for me. And so I got a new house with a Hendrix album. I got a lot of Hendrix. Hendrix is like, he's my brother. He's in the same soul group. We live close to each other. Call me crazy or not. So, you know, as blue as I was getting and so forth like that, my twin flame was working with me all morning talking about, you know, just enjoy the day, man. It's your birthday. You're going to have a fantastic birthday. And I'm going to bring you all sorts of confirmation throughout the day just to show you that I'm actually with you, but I'm not with you. Energetically, I'm with you. So there's nothing, like, if you go there in your mind, then you're perverted. And I don't want nothing to do with you. You know, it was really kind of the impression that I got. So Stephanie, my wife, has bought good presents for me in the past, right? And I says we're not living together right now, and we know that we're getting divorced, and this is, and but anyway, she comes in and she says, "Oh, I forgot your present. Let me go out in the car and get your present," right? So like all week, I talk about playing my drums, so I'm playing now. All of a sudden, I'm like, playing the band the Gypsies, and Hendrix is, I don't know. He's just on my mind. I'm every place I'm looking, I'm in synchronicity. I'm seeing Hendrix and stuff like that. So my twin flame says she's bringing me something today and happy birthday, and energetically it's from Stephanie, right? I said her name. I shouldn't have said her name, but she'll never find this channel. But and she comes in, so I'm like, I'm blown away because guess what? Right? Here's Winterland, and I don't have it. It was something new. I was blown on the floor, right? And so energetically, as you start going there and you're connecting with your twin flame, you're actually bringing everything up around. Even situations that are not ideal will be turning into ideal situations if you can surrender to the fact and know that you're not crazy. And by knowing that you're not crazy, it's just the fact that you know that your twin flame energy is just energy out there in a very, very high, really sacred dimension. And you guys are working together. But depending on what she does or you do, what's going on in the physical, that's changing all the time. Our missions may change. It may be like, okay, honey, well, I'm out. And that will be that physical person that carried that energy at that part of time. Your twin flame is still there always, so we've really got, it's really high up there. It's really cool the way that it works. So if you haven't invited your twin flame, I keep saying this, invite your twin flame into you like you invite Jesus into your heart. Seriously. And turn that on, but know that your twin flame can't control you. Your twin flame will blow you away and mesmerize you with the attention to detail, the way that you relate. You can totally, you can cry together. There's a bunch of stuff. So I get this amazing present, right? And I'm just like blown away. And then we weren't planning on like hitting the bedroom because of the COVID thing. And then it was just like, God, it's been like a month or better, or whatever it was. It was a long time ago. And I'm lucky, man. My wife has like Halle Berry's body. I kid you not. Like I got the Playboy, and I literally brought it in. It says, honey, look at this. I'm lucky. So she's a very attractive woman, and we're a very handsome couple. And so, who's going to turn down sex with Halle Berry, right? Only, I think, a nut, even with the twin flame, would do something like that, right? No, but she's a very beautiful woman. So the fact that she's paid attention to me in details that I haven't received from her in years, and then we go in there, and in my mind, I'm not wishing for my twin flame. I'm in that moment, raising the vibration and feeling good. Like she's making me feel great, I'm making her feel great, and we wore each other out. And it was amazing. It was cosmic sex again. And I didn't feel guilty because I knew that my baby, like after I got that present, I knew that my twin flame, my baby, okay, was taking care of me today. She was here with me today in energy, not physically. The love, the things that you look for on your birthday, these things are now, she's bringing them forth through, as part of, I don't even want to say through, as part of my wife's beautiful dimensionality and stuff like that. Our modalities and stuff. They're different, but I was able to receive her and she was able to receive me in an amazing way today because I was so grateful. I'm like, oh my God, I'm blown away because the energy, my twin flame was just coming like you'll never have to worry about this again. Like this is a day for us, and thank your lucky stars, and you treat her extremely well because you want to bring her relief too, right? You want to make things are good and let her know how special she made you feel and stuff. And that's how we get to our twin flames, even though and some of you, hey, you may lock it down or whatever, and that's cool if you do that. I'm advanced. My twin flame's advanced. I mean, we've lived millions of lifetimes with millions of partners, and it's like in an energetic world, we understand that. And if you're in this renegade class, you'll understand it as well, or start to understand it. All right. So the last thing that really happened is that we decided that I was basically, one of my wife's favorite things is to watch movies, and I've never really been a big movie, or like we just never lined up really on our movies. She was bored, I was bored, whatever. Just I'm more of like a documentary guy, or whatever, and thrillers and whatever. I don't know, but anyways, I surrendered. I says, you know what? It's my birthday, honey. I says, you know what? Any movie that you pick, but just keep me in mind, right? That it's my birthday, so pick a movie that I would really like seeing. And I says, it's kind of like open, because usually I'm like one of those pedantic, I'm like fucking hardcore. Like, I don't want to watch that shit. I ain't doing a goddamn thing for me, and I'm bad, like I just want to learn, I just want to grow, I just want to get bigger, 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 smarter, 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 right? And I'm not into that, and and so the twin flame energy, or I should say my twin flame, was like, all right. And all I did was ask a question, was like, show me something about you and prove that it's you. And so my wife picks this movie. It was All Together Now, in case my twin flame is watching. And in the opening scene, it was like they get into the van to go to school, and she calls the guy Hendrix. I look at the kid playing the lead role. He kind of looks like me, tall, lanky. The van that they were in, I drive a van. He's driving a van. Look like people I knew in high school, and the girl looks like somebody that I really had a big crush on in high school and stuff. And but she was homeless, living in a bus. Her mom was an alcoholic. She ends up dying in the movie. But the girl, I mean, she was teaching ESL. I mean, it got down to the point where they pulled 45. Because I'm a big record guy, pulled 45 records, and she's looking, and it's like, holy shit! It's like Baby Love the Supremes, and the first one was just, I mean, it was gold. It was significant. God, I forgot what it was now, but I mean, it was like, even that was Detroit, and so she's teaching ESL. She's doing these, it's just amazing person, but, down, but knows that, her dream is actually in drama and music, and she's got a beautiful voice, and she's just incredible that just basically gets pummeled through her life, right? And actually has like It's a Wonderful Life moment. Of course, it's going to be a feel-good movie, but and you can do this too. You can totally do this. When you're in a movie and you're learning stuff about your twin flame, ultimately what what's happening is you're seeing the lead character, you're seeing yourselves in these characters, but you can also reverse polarity, and that's the empathy part of it. Or when you reverse polarity, now you're explaining, stuff that you've been through from your perspective to her, and it's just blowing your twin flame away. I mean, you guys are vibing on that kind of level. Okay, and it's an energetic level. It's not a perverted level. It really don't got. I mean, we're here. We're incarnated. I talked about the great birthday sex, but it wasn't. It wasn't my twin flame that was making love to me, and you got to understand that, right? We're all connected together in love, and we're connected that way, and those kinds of things. In that case, it was about raising my vibration, raising the vibration of the woman that I was with. And, I'll actually say this: back in 2014ish, when I first started getting into this kind of energy, I was calling other people's names and, just mortified of how it was coming out of me, all jumbled up, but it just turned on. I didn't know what it was, and, it, you know, it, you really have to transcend past, in my case, past the sixth dimension. And you have to get into more the real solid communication, that's super secure, is really happening like the eighth, is what I'm getting. Yeah, 888. So, man, so all through the movie, there were synergies that were just would make you choke. And there were periods in that movie where literally I just was ready to sob, and I could feel when she was learning about me. I can feel when I was learning about her, and she was going wow, wow, we share that much. And so even though we've known each other for millions of years, it's like, this is like a all brand new thing, and it will be. So one of the things being a way shower is talking about how to got into that. You really have to know how to connect really high frequency. And so right now what I'm going to do is, because I've talked a little bit about speaking into existence, and the fact that she, man, I'm like totally, we're gonna do this. Okay, so we're gonna get done with this. Okay, my twin flame is basically saying that, we really want to develop kind of like a morning show. And if it's really going to be more like I'm carrying on a conversation with myself, and it's going to be kind of trippy, but it's, we're going to build this as entertainment. I'm not crazy, but what we want to do is we want to kind of show the power of the telepathy and how you can speak, through each other, how you can commune, how you can analyze, work out problems. If you have problems, things that you're trying to work out in your life, guidance, those really advanced folks are going to be working on some really crazy issues. Like, I know that me and my wife, my twin flame, and I refer to her as my wife, my spiritual wife, if you want to say, but no, she's saying she is saying no, your wife. We're dealing with some really amazing Earth technology that's been offline for a long time, and that we've helped create it. I stumble because some of the stuff that's coming into my brain, I don't want to believe it either, but I absolutely know it's true. And of course she's saying, "Yeah, you that big bad motherfucker." Right? And I'm looking, we're communicating, and she's nothing like me. Nothing. I mean, nothing. And it like, we both have the hearts, and we're both definitely like, have really, really, really big dreams. And I can just see her in completion, and she's a huge star. She's a star. And I'm there, and it's cool, and we share these things, and we share these emotions. But she has a lot of drive, just like I do, and I work, and she's on me to get back to work. I think I mentioned the fact that I've been dragging my feet to go to the doctor, and all of a sudden the doctor calls me, or the doctor's office. So now I'm going tomorrow, and she said that, hey, I'm worried about you. We got to get you in shape. You're quitting smoking on your birthday. I did pretty good today, but I didn't do great, But, with these are gifts, especially to the spiritual tribe, that are being made available now, that are old gifts, so that you don't have to be alone anymore. So if you are a creator God and you don't have a partner, yes, you do. Okay? And people are going to think that you're crazy, and you really kind of shouldn't have gone around talking psychobabble. But some of this is real simple. It's like, well, who are you talking to? Well, I'm talking to my imaginary friend, because nobody else is fucking here. Right? And you don't have anybody else to talk to, so why not? I know that I'm here. I know I'm in the third dimension. I'm okay. I'm paying my bills. I'm going to work, whatever. It's people that are outside of this, that are in different soul ages and stuff like that, they won't get it. They're just not there yet, and they don't have to be there. I mean, it's all about everybody's experience here on Earth, and that's what it was always about. So if you got somebody who has soul ages in my range, then we're looking for a totally different kind of experience than somebody that's working their way up through, like, the evolutionary cycle. And we need to protect those people as well. And so you don't go around blowing everybody away with your knowledge and stuff. We really, the whole point of this is just to live. And the telepathy between your twin flame doesn't go away once you're together. It gets stronger. If we can get this grid reunited, then your kids are underneath this, because you're connected to your kids energetically in the field, and nobody can penetrate that. And you know what's going on all the time. If you're living in a higher dimension, we all need to go hardcore 3D and be in very dense bodies and be water for a while, I mean, to understand these realms that I'm playing around with. And I said it all along, I'm looking for 3 million. So that was basically the story. Like, you don't have to be alone anymore. You have to connect with sanity. Understand the spiritual gift of telepathy, and your ability to talk to your twin flame. And mine's going, go Hercules, go. Right? She's just being stupid. And it's a very warm, amazing thing. And if you're with somebody right now, I mean, connect to the spirit, because that energy is with whoever you're with. So if you're treating the person that you're with like shit, you're treating your twin flame like shit. Seriously. We're all one. Okay? So if you're in a situation where you just are, at your wit's end and you're frustrated all the time and stuff like that, I mean, like, you got to change it or to change for you. Advanced light workers is changing for you because we need you to come online. Just period. And that's basically it. We need you to come online, like right now. So I don't think I got anything else, baby. You got anything else that you want to say? She's like, no, I did a really good job. We're going to start balancing Apollo out, is what she's telling me, that we're going to do 2 shows. One, this I had gotten from the collective, is that basically we're going to do some collective conscious channeling, and I'm just going to turn on, and whoever's in my group, and hopefully we'll be getting some frequencies like I'm seeing the grid and I'm plugging in over here or whatever, and we'll start getting in more of a debriefing kind of thing. And then a 30-minute show in the morning where I have to learn to let go and even be more comfortable with allowing my twin flame to speak through me, and kind of get used to this whole back and forth where you think you're talking to yourself, you're not talking to yourself, you're talking to, and you're talking to your twin flame, and your twin flame is out of your body, and your twin flame is all energy. You can't see my imaginary friend, but it relates to everything that around me. You're absolutely bonkers, man. Bonkers. You're out there. But this is the stuff that needs to come in. And I don't know what's going to happen when we get that. The time was 11:25:25, so I know I'm right there. I don't know what this 30-minute show is going to be, but what she says is like really big, and when I get there, we're going to have really big shows. Yeah, she's broadcasting too, but in a different. She says I can't know it all, and my impression is that like she's already like well into what she's doing and been waiting on me for a long time. I've been waiting on her. No, I had to carry some heavier shit, but she carried some incredible stuff. And so we want to talk about being connected in the morning, just banter, like, good morning America, good morning twin flame. I don't know what I'm going to call her yet. I mean, I keep getting Charlotte, but I don't I don't want to call that yet. And what's going to happen, even with her, it's really cool to have this knowledge. And you can, if you're in these dimensions, you can kind of foretell and know what's going on. It's that she's checking me out too. She's already watching. And we're in non-linear time, right? So I can click off on this video and it'd be 10 years from now or whatever. It'd be back in time that they pick up on this feed, and energetically that activates everything. So time really doesn't matter anymore when you're living in the third dimension, but you have access to these very high levels. And I'm talking 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and there's a lot of us down here. So if you're, and you can't lie. You can't lie, and you can't make this shit up. And energetically, you will be in a rubber room for the rest of your life if you can't navigate your way out. So, anyways, really, she just wants to say that the sex was incredible today. It was like Niagara Falls, and it hasn't been that way for a long time. Are you serious? She's like, this is what you can expect on the morning show. Just you know, I'm blowing her mind, she's blowing my mind, and we're really trying to show how higher dimension beings that are here, how to live on the planet with all of your gifts and all of the things that were designed on. It's time for us to start flying the planet, and there will be a day where we'll be talking about all of this in the light, and the dark ain't going no place, and get used to that. Okay, dark is light, light is dark, we are all one. There has to be a radical change and the people that have Earth enslaved and the cheating and stuff like that. That's kind of what's going on energetically, and we've already won that. But now it's time to start getting Earth ready so we can have relationships, and my baby can come back to me, and I can get back to her, and you can find your baby, and so forth. But the biggest thing is love the one that you with. If you're with somebody and you don't think that you get your twin flame energy, you need to treat them like that's your twin flame, because if you don't treat them that way and you feel that you can't treat them that way, then you need to get the fuck out of the relationship. And that's the beautiful thing about my soon-to-be ex-wife, is the fact that I can look at her and I see her as beautiful. I see her as sweet, very kind of like the hurt bird. She's had a lot of just tremendous amount of loss, including a son. Um, and she's gorgeous, and there's a whole lot of really wonderful things. She's really thoughtful today, and I know that's my twin flame energy. I know that's my baby, that's taking care of me and looking out for me, because she can influence your life around you, and really get the show on the road. And for a lot of us, it's going to change like that. But I'm prepared to go years. And and the other thing that's really kind of happened since this telepathy has come on is the porn addiction is really kind of just, I mean, because the twin flame energy just calms my soul, man. I mean, it just really, it calms my soul. So remember, you are crazy. You are hearing voices in your head. Learn how to control those voices in your head. Make sure you know what's real and what's not real. Okay? My twin flame ain't never going to tell me to do nothing that ain't in line with what God would do. And that's a fuck of a lot of shit, because there is no right and wrong. There is no right and wrong. There is light and dark, but there is no right and wrong way to do anything on this earth. Um, she's going kick ass, and she's a big feminist, man, like a really big, like girl power kind of thing, which is really kind of cool. So I think that's it, guys. So I think the next one coming out is gonna be definitely uh the 30-minute show, and my twin flame is definitely saying, yeah, we can't keep releasing, having Apollo tied up on this constantly. um we're going to get this into some kind of rhythm and routine, and it's great because she can work on that while I'm working on my music, practicing like she practices, and just that movie was pretty mind-blowing because it had music all through it. I mean, it was just the shape of her body. I mean, the way that she held hands with this guy that looked like me, with hair. It was just, but the stuff that she went through, man, was just unreal. And I'm throwing back stuff at her. See, once I know, then I'm throwing stuff back at her, and she's basically saying that I wiped her ass out. Like, I totally I blew her away. She had no clue. She had no clue. Uh, how bad I was, even though we've been together for years. See, we don't know this about how he incarnated this time, so it's so mysterious and so wonderful, and I'm curious about her, and it's like every little thing, you know, from the way that she moves her mouth to the way that eyebrows and stuff that catch me, and then all the symbiotics. I mean, because you can really use the movies. Oh, this is something that she really wants me to say, is that you can really use the movies in the star class to connect with some of these things and move around. And it's not just movies on Gaia. I mean, it's any kind of movie that you want that has, you know, what you're looking for, and you'll know it right away. You'll start recognizing things and dissolve into it and come back. No, you're in 3D, so you got to come back. Don't be a freak. Be very careful with this energy. It's very strong. She's saying that she cried for, we both cried. Okay, we both had like incredible just breakdowns. I mean, just absolute meltdowns, and she can still get real weepy when she thinks of me. That's really cool. But as far as us knowing where we're at in our mission, and you know, like, this is what we agreed to do before we came in here. We knew that we were going to have to do this. So it's like really not any big deal, but it's a really big deal because neither one of us thought that we would be at this level of consciousness at this point in time. You know, it was really, from what I get, and it was like a shot in hell for us to reconnect at this time, and we managed to do it. And, you know, it's a great comfort to both of us. And so she's pressing it upon my heart to really start twin flame. You know, she wants to be a fucking star. She is a star. You know, I mean, and your twin flame will make you laugh. And I don't know how many of you out there haven't had a good laugh, a belly laugh, a chuckle, and so long it hurts, right? Because everything is always so fucking serious. And she says, like, she says the world will know us because we will be like Lucy and Desi on I Love Lucy. And but she's not what people think they are. She's really kind of more laid back. She's not like me. She's got a lot of energy and a lot of, you know, she's into the arts. She's, you know, I mean, she's everything that, you know, it's absolutely amazing. So I don't know why she wanted to share that right now. Oh, because you need to be able to laugh and know that you're not crazy. Know that you're not crazy. Okay, everybody, are you done, baby? See that sound? That's so weird to me, right? She's like, yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you. I don't know when we see you. Probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. So twin flames. What the hell was the name of this? Twin flame telepathy and birthday sex. Again, if you're gonna channel twin energy flame while you're having sex, you've got to be really careful to make sure that you're connecting with the energy that's in the bed at that time. I mean, my baby is saying you will fuck yourself up and you will pretty much eliminate, you know, any chance and possibility of meeting me in my vibration. She's telling me directly, you're just not going to meet me in my vibration if you can't get your mind right about how this works. And it is very sacred, goes back, you know, to the beginning of time. And It's been perverted, stolen, mind control, all this other stuff, and she's starting to get on her wagon and starting to pound her table a little bit. But the idea is that liberation is coming, and we're going to be free, and this is part of it. But you have to make sure that you know what you're doing with this energy, which is why we made this video tonight. And we will continue to bring these messages in. She's going like, see how easy it is if you just surrender and let me speak. Anyways, peace out, folks.